In the field of philosophy, one name stands out as a profound thinker who defied conventional wisdom and probed the depths of human existence. Søren Kierkegaard was born in 1813 in Copenhagen, Denmark. Kierkegaard was exposed to philosophical ideas from an early age. His father, a very philosophical man, participated in debates and readings that piqued Kierkegaard's intellectual curiosity. As a young adult, Kierkegaard studied philosophy and theology at the University of Copenhagen. However, he became disillusioned with the historical and philosophical texts he read. He believed that these works were disconnected from the realities of human experience, lacking depth and authenticity. This unhappiness would influence the course of Kierkegaard's intellectual endeavors. Kierkegaard's concept of angst, sometimes known as existential anguish, is one of his most famous philosophical contributions. Kierkegaard's key work, The Concept of Anxiety, dives into the depths of this unique human experience, revealing significant insights about the essence of our existence. According to Kierkegaard, angst should not be confused with medically recognized anxiety illnesses. Instead, it is a response to the most fundamental features of the human condition, the unknown and uncertainty that dominate our lives. Kierkegaard asks us to reflect on our existential reality. From the moment we are born, we are plunged into a world that is both unpredictable and full of potential. We come across situations, choices, and dilemmas that make us feel uneasy. It is the understanding of the immensity of existence, the magnitude of what remains unknown, and the weight of duty that comes with our freedom. To Kierkegaard, anxiety is more than just a psychological experience. It's a philosophical and existential inquiry. It throws into question our basic existence and pushes us to confront our own limitations in knowledge and comprehension. We are confronted with the mysteries of existence, the certainty of death, the uncertainty of the future, and the inherent paradoxes of our human nature. Kierkegaard felt that anxiety develops exactly because we are conscious beings capable of self-reflection and are aware of our own subjective nature. This self-awareness highlights the enormous tension between our desire for certainty and the underlying uncertainty of our existence. We seek stability and security. However, we are presented with the truth that life is in perpetual flux, and total certainty cannot be obtained. Kierkegaard's philosophy offers a fundamental insight into the relationship between uneasiness, freedom, and the search of a meaningful existence. His famous quote, "Anxiety is the dizziness of freedom," encapsulates his notion that worry stems from the fundamental freedom and responsibility we hold within the immense uncertainty of existence. Every minute of our existence, we are presented with options. We have the ability to make decisions that shape the direction of our lives. This independence, however, comes with a significant amount of responsibility. We are responsible for the repercussions of our actions, which can cause significant anxiety. Kierkegaard noted that the modern human experience is frequently marked by an ongoing mood of worry. We are confronted with an overwhelming number of options, overwhelmed with information, and challenged to make decisions that match with our desired outcomes. The weight of these options can be tremendous, causing ongoing anxiety, as we hope that our choices can assuage our existential fears. Regardless, there is no certainty that this will happen. Unlike the widespread assumption that anxiety is inherently unpleasant, Kierkegaard saw it as an important aspect of existence, a deep encounter with enormous implications for our personal and existential development. He felt that how we respond to worry and the decisions we make in its presence make the difference between a fully lived existence and one of emptiness and misery. Kierkegaard proposed the concept of passion as a way to manage and overcome worry. He recognized that the emotion of anxiety might be transformed into a motivator for personal progress and self-realization by cultivating passionate pursuits. He thought that passion has the capacity to give our lives meaning, vitality, and a deep sense of fulfillment. According to Kierkegaard, passion can manifest itself in a variety of ways, including love, creative activities, personal growth, career ambitions, and ideology. Pursuing these passions allows us to find significant resonance and significance in our lives. However, what is most important to Kierkegaard is that these passions are grounded in subjective truth. Kierkegaard defined subjective truth as the truth that is meaningful and real to each individual. It is a reality that speaks to the very heart of our being, rather than focusing primarily on external or objective norms. Kierkegaard writes that we should investigate the depths of our own subjectivity and seek out passions that accord with our individual ideas, ideals, and desires. The important thing is to find a truth that is true for me, to discover the notion for which I am willing to live and die. These statements capture the heart of Kierkegaard's philosophy, emphasizing the need of embracing subjective reality and the existential commitment required to pursue what is personally meaningful. Kierkegaard realized that the quest of subjective truth requires a detour from objective reasoning and intellectual assurance. It requires us to go beyond conventional wisdom and societal standards, rather than delving deeply into our own subjectivity to discover truths that resonate with our being. The pursuit of subjective truth necessitates a leap of faith, a profound belief in the authenticity of our own experiences, viewpoints, and goals. It acknowledges that our subjective truths are extremely powerful and valuable, even if they cannot be objectively established or generally acknowledged. This leap of trust has both emotional and existential dimensions. It requires a willingness to welcome uncertainty and tackle the fears that arise from venturing outside the comfort zone of group beliefs. It is a determination to live a life guided by what is personally meaningful, even in the absence of external validation or intellectual consensus. Anxiety, with its grasp on our thoughts and emotions, may often paralyze us, impeding our growth and decision-making. It spreads a pall over our life, impairing our judgment and depleting our motivation. However, Kierkegaard argued that surrendering to worry and inaction results in despair and a fragmented perception of existence. Kierkegaard realized that anxiety, if not treated, might swallow us, leaving us immobile and detached from the vitality of life. When we allow anxiety to control our decisions and immobilize us, we give up our ability to define our own destiny. We become locked in a loop of hesitancy, fear, and lost opportunities. In contrast, Kierkegaard highlighted the need of tackling worry head-on and summoning the strength to face the discomfort and uncertainty it brings. He realized that in order to evolve and achieve self-realization, we must move beyond our fears and take action in their presence. By tackling anxiety, we reclaim control of our lives. We recognize the inherent risks and uncertainties associated with making decisions, but we refuse to be kept captive by them. We acknowledge that worry, while unpleasant, can act as a compass, pointing us to areas of personal growth and transformation. Kierkegaard's philosophy is based on the profound knowledge that self-development is inextricably tied to our ability to confront the anxiety of existence. He thought that true self-realization and significance can only be realized by taking risks and fully accepting life's uncertainties. In doing so, we resist the impulse to adhere to society conventions and avoid distractions that stifle personal growth and self-exploration. Kierkegaard realized that the route to self-exploration and personal fulfillment is not easy. It requires us to tackle the existential worries that stem from the unknown, the unpredictable, and the intricacies of human life. By actively facing this anxiety, we embark on a journey of self-discovery and transcendence through self-realization. According to Kierkegaard, it needs a firm commitment to authenticity as well as a rejection of conformity demands. Society frequently sets expectations and standards that might inhibit our uniqueness, causing us to lose touch with who we truly are, to seek meaning and purpose. We must reject the urge to conform to established beliefs and instead value our individual viewpoints, interests, and objectives. Kierkegaard warned against conformity and complacency. He thought that if we blindly follow cultural conventions, we lose our agency and the opportunity for personal growth. True fulfillment and self-discovery exist outside the bounds of conformity. They are discovered by embracing uncertainty, stepping into the unknown, and valuing the diversity of our personal experiences. Escapism and distraction are also roadblocks on the way to self-realization. Kierkegaard warned against engaging in actions and activities that create anxiety or provide short respite but ultimately impede our personal development. Distractions, such as meaningless entertainment, substance misuse, or excessive busyness, divert our attention away from the deeper issues and challenges that drive us towards self-actualization. Kierkegaard emphasized the importance of introspection, self-reflection, and a firm commitment to personal progress in order to foster self-development. He called for interior investigation to help us better understand our aspirations, anxieties, and motives. We get insight into our true selves and the paths that will take us to a more fulfilling life. Kierkegaard's philosophy teaches us to value isolation and stillness, allowing for moments of reflection and self-discovery through introspection. We make room to address our fears, assess our options, and align ourselves with our innermost beliefs and objectives. This process fosters a greater sense of self-awareness, allowing us to manage the difficulties of life with clarity and purpose. We uncover our unique gifts and talents and seek methods to honestly express them in the world. Finally, we discuss the force and relevance of anxiety in the human experience. Anxiety is a natural reaction to the unsettling, confused, and uncertain aspect of life in a world full of options and possibilities. Anxiety may be overwhelming. However, it can also be a motivator for excellence and self-actualization. We must acknowledge that life will never be completely stable or without dread. There will never be a perfect or optimal time to act in the face of hard choices and uncertainty. Kierkegaard pushes us to pursue the heights and depths of the unknown. His framework, based on faith in the Christian God, can be adapted to any subjective interpretation of meaning and purpose. In a society that frequently views worry as a weakness or illness, Kierkegaard's perspective reminds us that anxiety is a natural part of human consciousness. We can live more fulfilling and authentic lives if we embrace anxiety, learn to live with it, and take risks in pursuit of personal meaning and purpose.